Always great catching up with the number 10 ranked welterweight Geoff Neal, who's live from his car right now. Jeff, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Where am I getting you today? Going to training, coming back from training, going to do errands? Where am I getting you?
So I just got done training. I got done training like around 11. Then I had to go to there's a Fanatics office that's out here, like where you sign all the cards and shit. So I head up there. It's pretty awesome because usually they'll like send you the cards and then you got to sign them and send them back and shit like that. But I just go up to the office now.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, glad you're getting to do some fun stuff like that. Before we talk about your fight coming up and everything like that, I know you're going to be a dad coming up here in March. You were telling me off air. Just how excited are you? Because you have another child as well, right? So this will be number 2.
Yeah, I have 2.
You have 2. Okay, so number 3 then. That's great.
This is number 3. Yeah, yeah, it's great, man. I'm excited for it. Hopefully, it's a boy. We're waiting to the end of the birth till she delivers to find out the gender of the baby.
Was that your choice or a mutual decision? I wouldn't want to do that. I like knowing ahead of... Oh, it was yours. Okay, interesting.
Mine. Yeah. She listened, surprised.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Why? You just you want the surprise of it, I guess.
Yeah, I want the surprise of it. I feel like I did it for my first child, and like it was just like it was a great experience. You know, like it was, you know what I mean? It's like drum roll. You know what I mean? It's like, what is it going to be?
Yeah.
And then, okay. I don't know. It feels more special to me personally.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I'm too paranoid. I want to know ahead of time. With both my boys, I was like, I need to know. We got to figure it out. So it's all good. I know it was a couple months back, Jeff, but the big win in your last fight against Rafael dos Anjos. I know a bit of a weird ending with that one, but you were looking really great up until the finish. I got to ask, did you feel like the old Geoff Neal in there? Because it certainly looked like it.
Yeah, I mean, I wish it would have lasted longer so I can really confidently say I feel like the old Geoff Neal, but like, you know what I mean? Even though the fight ended early, I felt really on top of my game. Like the weight cut was easy, like the easiest weight cut I had in years, like since sepsis, you know what I mean? Like after sepsis, all my weight cuts were fucking hell. But like that was like a super easy weight cut. Like I used to sound a total of like 20 minutes combined. You know what I mean? Like it was just an easy weight cut and I felt good in the cage. I didn't blow back up to like 200 pounds like I usually do after the fucking weight cut. So I mean, it was good, man. It was just it was a all around good camp, and I felt good in there.
Is there any reason why you think the weight cut was easier this time?
I mean, maybe it's just on me. Maybe I focused more on my diet. I don't know what it was. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just like because like, you know what I mean? The other fights, you know what I mean? I was just being like kind of lazy before the camp, you know what I mean, and not like staying on like my diet and like my training. But before I got word of the RDA fight, I was already like in the gym, like dieting and working my ass off. So I think that's what made it. That was the deciding factor, you know what I mean? Like just me, I can't sit there and like fuck off on my diet, and then like once I get a fight, then I try to jump on the diet. I just like I'm not at that age no more where I used to be able to do that whenever I was younger. So like now I'm being more just focusing more on like, you know what I mean, the recovery aspect, you know what I mean, the dieting, you know what I mean, just I gotta stay on my shit now that I'm older.
Okay, well that's good. And how's the weight right now? You pretty good, or even though you don't have a fight booked, or is the weight good? You said you haven't ballooned up.
My weight's good. I'm not sub 200. I'm like 205, but 205 is easy. Just like 1 month and I could like make it. If I get a fight, like, next month you got to fight, I'm like, I'll be ready.
Okay, well, let's get into that. Obviously, you got the newborn coming in. You were telling me around March. My understanding from what you kind of told me off air was that unless it's like a great opportunity, probably want to fight after March, right, when the baby's born.
Yeah. That's ideal for me. But yeah, like if it's something before something lucrative, like I will for sure jump on it. I'm gonna stay ready either or. You know what I mean? Because shit happens. Like I might get one of those like, you mean like this is the only time you're gonna get this opportunity. You got to take it. So I'll just be ready forever, but more than likely I'll be fighting in April.
Did you see Carlos Prates called you out after his last fight against Neil Magny? You know, the guy from Fighting Nerds? Did you see that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Is that a fight that interests you? Do you think it makes sense?
I mean, it don't interest me just because, you know what I mean, I want to fight up in the rankings, of course, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean, the word things are looking and like how the division's looking, you know what I mean? Like the only person that will make sense for me to fight ahead of me in the rankings is probably like Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? I don't see nobody else wanting to fight me or like, you mean they'll just like kind of like big dog me like, oh well, I just won my last fight. You know what I mean? Like, and my last fight was against somebody that wasn't even ranked in our division. So you know what I mean? It's a tough one, but like Gilbert is like my ideal fight that I want to get. But if it push comes to shove, like I'll fight Carlos too. So it's just April. I want to fight either one of those dudes.
April's the date. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if you saw Gilbert Burns actually has a fight book. Did you see that? I'm guessing not.
I don't be paying attention.
Yeah, so he's fighting. He's fighting Michael Morales, the guy that knocked out Neil.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, why is it crazy? Let's hear it.
Fight me. I'm higher in the rankings. Like I don't know. I guess I don't know.
I guess they're kind of pushing these prospects, right? Like even Prates wanting to fight you. Like he's still kind of a prospect, right? You would think so. Maybe that's the
he's
thinking
a prospect,
there.
And then like he that's gonna be a fight. Like you mean I'm not gonna run for no fucking fight. You know what I mean? He's a tough dude, whatever. But I just get annoyed by fighting these prospects. And I want to fight somebody up, but I'll fight him.
Yeah,
he's earned it. He deserved it. So yeah, let's get it.
Okay, so if you were to fight Prates next, how do you look at this fight? He's got some serious power. Like I'm sure you've watched some. Did you watch the fight with Magny? Like, have you paid attention to him a little bit?
Yeah, I watched the fight with Magny. I've like you know what I mean. Pay attention as much as I can with this ADHD. But
you and me both, my friend.
He's solid, man.
Yeah,
he's solid, man. He has power. He's long. It is. You know what I mean? Styles make fights. You know what I mean? I've yet to see how he's gonna match up with my style because he's not one of those fighters that are gonna like long range and like point fight. Like we're gonna get in there and we're gonna be throwing hands. So we'll see how that goes.
What about your durability? Like you're a tough guy to take out. How much do you think that would play a role in the fight? That he's sort of used to going in there and knocking guys out, but he's fighting a guy who like in yourself, who, as far as I remember, you've never been knocked out in the UFC.
Nah. And we'll see. You know what I mean? Like everybody's durable until they get hit real hard one time. You know, like I've finished multiple durable opponents. You know, so I can't. I'm not going to go into the cage holding on to my durability. I'm just going to try not to get hit in the face. You know, yeah. I will not rely on no durability. I'm just going to move my fucking head. But we'll see, man. You see how it matches up. You know what I mean? I look at his fights and I still believe I'm better than him.
A lot of stuff going on in your division since you and I last spoke. First and foremost, two guys that you fought each other earlier in the year, or late last year, I should say, Shavkat Rakhmonov, Ian Garry. Who did you think was going to win that fight going in, and what did you think of the way the fight played out? Because it was really close, that fight.
Yeah, honestly, with that fight, man, just because Ian's style is just, you don't know how he's going to approach a fight. Ian, he always fights. He fights different. Smart fighter, you know what I mean? I guess I say I'm biased with it, you know what I mean? Because he fought a smart fight with me, but I fucking hate it. I was like, stop being a bitch and fucking fight me. But you know what I mean? He's a smart fighter, and I didn't know how he was gonna approach that. You know, I didn't know. To be honest,
I think Shavkat was like the favorite going in, but I think once the fight actually played out, it was much closer than the odds looked, right? So
yeah. No, way closer. You know what I mean? People were thinking that Shavkat was going to run through Ian, which I knew was not going to happen. But it was a good fight on both their parts.
Joaquin, Buckley, Colby Covington. What did you make of that with Joaquin getting the win there?
Oh man, I knew fucking Joaquin was going to whoop that dude's ass, dog. It's been a long time coming for Colby. Like he's been hiding, fighting all the prospects. You know what I mean? I wanted to get my hands on him before Buckley did. But you know what I mean? Buckley went in there, got it done, and smashed the dude. Hats off to him. Do
you think Colby fights again after that?
I mean, the way he's talking, yeah. I don't know who he's gonna fight. He can fight me. Shit.
That's what I was gonna say, because I was trying to look at who you can fight here. If you look at the available opponents, right? Like Carlos Prates makes sense. If you want to fight up in the rankings, I think Colby's still ranked higher than you. I'm not sure, but that can make sense.
He is. Yeah, I mean, I could push for it now.
Yeah. Well, there you go. State your claim. Why should you fight Colby Covington, Geoff? Let's hear it.
Yeah, it does make sense, man. I'm gonna talk to my coach about that. I was like, for some reason, that never crossed my mind. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's a good fight, man, and the fans love to see it.
Obviously, we got the 311 card coming up this weekend. The main event is Islam and Arman. I was just curious your thoughts on that fight. Who do you think is going to win that?
To be real, I really don't know, but I like Arman. I met him like multiple times, so like I'm rooting for him.
Rooting for him.
But we'll see, man. Islam's a beast. Yeah, Islam's a beast. So we'll see how that goes, man. He can wrestle like a motherfucker, man. I just hear stories about like training partners and like how he be like bullying like 185ers. and he fights 155. So we'll see how that goes.
And then the other fight they announced, so just curious your thoughts on it. Leon Edwards looks like he's going to be fighting Jack Della Maddalena in London, that main event. Who do you see winning that fight between those two top contenders?
I don't know, man. I feel like I've seen like some like weird moments from Jack where he almost lost to people, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's up there, man. He's winning fights. I think he's like on a 17 fight win streak or some shit like that. Yeah. I mean, maybe Leon gets it done with just experience. Of Leon might actually take Jack down, to be honest. So we'll see. Leon will take you down. Yeah.
Do you think Leon would win that fight just right now on paper, or who do you think you'd give the edge to?
I mean, on paper, just like given like the past, like, you mean, because the past body work, I would say Jack, but I think Leon he'll pull out and he'll wrestle.
I mentioned Islam earlier, obviously fighting Arman. There's a thought that he's kind of cleaning out the division at this point. There has been some talk about him moving up to 170. How do you think he'd do in that weight class? Because obviously he poses an interesting style matchup for your division.
We'll see, man. Just if he can execute the same game plan that he does in 155, he'll do good. But we'll see how he does with the taller fighters. Yeah, I mean, if he ever, like, they might try to keep him away from taller fighters, to be honest, just so he can get up there. But like, I don't know how he would do against like the tall fighters, like. But we'll see.
Okay.
I think I'll beat him up.
Okay, well, there you go. Call out in case people heard it. No, I'm joking. It looks like
Call him out.
It appears that Belal will defend his title against Shavkat next, having been in there with both guys. And obviously, Belal's much different than when you guys fought. But who do you think wins that fight between Belal and Shavkat?
Belal.
Yeah? Okay.
Belal, yeah. Like, Belal. Like, Belal is just the way he fights. It's not a good style matchup for Shavkat, because Shavkat's not going to he's not going to shy away from shit. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to, like, I feel like Ian Garry would be a harder fight for Belal, because Ian Garry will like fucking like run around the cage and jab and throw fucking kicks and shit. You know what I mean? Frustrate Belal. But Shavkat, like, I feel like Shavkat's gonna like bring the fight to him, and Belal's gonna bring the fight to him. So like, it's gonna favor Belal style, in my opinion.
Your contract, you got a couple fights left on your deal, I'm assuming.
I think that was my last one. I said I got to resign. Hopefully.
Oh, you do? Okay, gotcha. So that's, and I know safe
I'm
sort
pretty
of.
sure that was my last one.
Yeah, okay. Because I was going to say, I don't imagine, like, you haven't heard anything, so I'm assuming you're still good with the UFC. Like, I think they probably would have said something by now, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so.
You're coming off a win, so that's a good spot to be in. I mean, you lose that fight, maybe it's a different story, but.
Yeah, straight up, yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I guess we'll keep tabs on that. And my last question: how are your holidays? What'd you get up to?
Oh shit, nothing. Thanksgiving, I went back home to Colleen. You know what I mean, chill with my family, and then Christmas, I just stayed in Dallas.
Nice. Well, that's great.
Not too special.
That's good. Glad you got a little downtime. Well, hopefully you get that fight in April, Geoff. We'll be keeping tabs. But in the meantime, if there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media, as always, I'll give you the last word.
No, man, I just appreciate your time, brother.